What's up guys, Boxy here. This is the raid guide for the Spider Queen raid in Elite difficulty. This is a 3-phase fight. In the first section here, I'll be showing you 2 point of views to give you an idea of how the raid begins. And as we start off here, you're going to see that the primary boss group is going to pull the boss over to the left side. The tank, you're going to want to line up the boss's AoE towards the big cluster of eggs that you see on the side. This will wipe them out whenever the boss AoEs. At the same time as this group is wiping those out and primarily focusing on the boss, the other group that we'll switch over to will begin to clear the eggs on the opposite side of the room. You're basically going to go around clockwise while the other group is killing the boss and wipe out all these spare eggs. While we're clearing those up, we'll go over the tank roll. Tank is going to have a debuff placed on them by the boss that's going to force a tank swap. If not, you will take lethal damage. And you'll also have an interrupt to worry about at the change between phase 1 and 2 and phase 2 and 3. The boss moves to the center of the room and begins casting it. Now, as the battle continues to the next phase, you're going to see that these devour eggs will appear in the middle and put these lines out at people. You don't actually have to worry about DPSing these devour eggs. They'll eventually get wiped by the boss, but you do need to pull away from it while you're fighting the boss. Soon enough, the boss will head to the middle and you'll see her start putting out a dark puddle here. There you go. And while she's doing that, you can DPS her, kill any spiders you might have left, but do not worry about killing those webs. You'll see soon that it pops as soon as she finishes. Yep, there it goes. Now right here we're going to get to a very important part, because after the boss finishes that puddle phase, you need to get behind her. She will do this knockback that will launch you off of the map if you do not position yourself well. So the tank will pull her slightly to the side as you saw, and everyone will go towards the center side so that they don't get knocked back. The next phase that will be coming up is the transition to phase 2. She will put these debuffs on everybody. It will be either purple or green. You should see them coming up shortly. The purple is shadow, green is poison. Arrows will appear on the floor, directing which side your group wants to go. Only go to the color that matches the arrows on the floor as you cross these staircases. This is the transition here. You can see as I pan back, the other green group is heading up. Your group will be mixed. It will not be group of 1 and group 2. It's group with purple over their head versus group with green. As you get to this next area, do not touch those egg sacs that you see on the web. They will launch you backwards and the web will disappear behind you and you will die. As we start this next phase here, you'll see the witch has split herself into 2 clones. The shadow clone will be on the shadow side, the poison clone will be on the poison side. For tanks, she will cast an interruptible spell that you'll want to interrupt because it can wipe your entire group. And for DPS, you're going to focus on the bigger spiders first and the smaller spiders after. As she retreats here, you want to try to clear up as many of these egg sacs that remain, and she will come right down here in a bit. Now when she does come back down, you'll notice she does a lot of the same skills that she did in the first phase. She's going to summon the cobwebs again. This time you will actually want to destroy it because it's going to be pulling your teammates on the other side. And she will do the black circle in the middle. Everyone has to stay towards the edge. As soon as that black circle ends, tank will pull her to the side and everyone will move towards the center side of her so that when she does the knockback, it won't push you back. Now, as we mentioned, you'll see that she's starting to do this pulsing circle in the middle. When she's doing that, you can still DPS her if you're ranged, but try to stay at your max range. As she pulls over here to the tank, everyone has to get behind her on the inner side of the circle. The tank will also switch over as soon as that command comes out, and you can see she knocks everybody back again. Again, it's very important that you do not get knocked off because you will not be getting rezzed if you get knocked off. You're not visible to the healer to res. And again here, we will continue to kill all these lads. She's gone up for her 60%. When she comes back next is the 40% mark that we get her to. Once you get her to 40%, she's going to put a spider web leading up to the final stage area. I sped that up a little bit, but now you'll see we're getting to the next section here. We're about to transition, so you're going to clear that cobweb up quickly and follow her up this ramp. She will put these poison circles on there, so you want to try to get past them as soon as possible before they start affecting the web. Once again, I'm going to put a little reminder, you do not want to touch these egg sacs at the end or beginning of this bridge. It will knock you back, and you will not be able to catch up with everybody and die. Here, as we enter this final phase, since both of these clones have reached 40%, they will merge together and bring the queen back. Her first action here, once she merges together, is going to be to retreat and summon spiders. During this phase, while she's up, we're going to start clearing as many of these egg sacs as we can around the outer edge. You'll see here again, she does her usual skill rotation where she pulls up the cobwebs, does her little pulsing thing in the middle, and then you have to watch out for the knockback again. So it is a repeat throughout the fight. Make sure you get very efficient at it, because the last thing you want to do is be the person who's knocked off. I'm just going to speed up here to get us through to the end of the fight. She will, at 10% again, retreat up and summon a bunch of spiders, at which point you wipe them out and she'll come back down for the end of the fight. We'll see as we get towards the end here, we start to panic a bit as we are hitting the enrage time, and there you go, kills some of our group. Luckily it's not a hard enrage, so you do get a few extra moments to try to DPS her down. She starts hitting a lot harder, and any skill that she uses does pretty much one-shot you. But there you go, that is the Spider Queen raid guide. If you enjoyed this content, please like and follow for more. Leave any comments on how I can improve in the future. Thank you.